Good morning, welcome to El Retiro, Colombia. We've had a little bit of rain last night. As you can see, it's really fresh. Today in this video, we are going to talk about the retirement visa. I'm going to interview my really good friend, Isabel, who's an immigration lawyer here. And we're going to do it in the setting of a beautiful little hotel called La Libre. Let's go. Good afternoon, welcome back to Expatcrib. My name is Ian and I am with
Isabel.
Isabel is going to answer for us today everything about the retirement visa in Colombia. Okay? You want to tell us just a little bit about the retirement visa and then we'll get into specific questions?
Of course. So first of all, the pensionado visa is a M-type visa, which M means migrant visa. It's one step before you get the residency in Colombia. So it's important for people that are planning to stay in the country for the rest of their lives or more than 5 years to have visas that allows them to accumulate time. So the M-type visas allows you to accumulate time so that you can, with that time, apply later in 5 years to the residency.
Right.
And you'll have other things with the residency visa, but with the M-type visa, you can get here a cédula, you can stay here for, it could be up to 3 years, so you can stay like 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year without any problem in the country, and basically that's it.
Right. So you need to accumulate 5 years successively to get residency.
Yes.
And after you get residency, you're good to go, right? You don't have to keep renewing your visa, or do you?
No, you do have to keep renewing, but the residency visa.
Okay.
So these M-type visas go up to 3 years, but this kind of visa could be, some people get one year, 2 years, or 3 years.
Right.
You have to renew it just once, depending on, of course, on the amount of years that you get. But let's say, for example, if you get the 3-year visa, you just renew it once, and with one renewal, you just apply for the residency in the other when the last one expires.
Right.
And with the residency, you can stay here in the country, and as much residency you accumulate, you can apply later for citizenship, but that's another process we're going to talk later.
Right.
But this one allows you at least to accumulate time in the country and allows you to have a cédula. With the cédula, you can open a bank account. You can.
A cédula is your ID for the country.
It's our ID. It's the way we identify ourselves here in the country. So if you don't own a cédula here, banks would not allow you to open any.
So you need that ID to do anything here, basically.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. And according to your last visa you did for a retirement visa, what was the pattern? Did they get 1 year the first time, or 3 years and then had to renew?
He got 3 years.
Okay.
He got 3 years.
And then after the 3 years,
But I have gotten also like 2 years, 1 year. It all depends, not even on the person.
Yeah.
But by the agent that analyzes it.
Right.
It's super odd because it doesn't have like a reason why you get longer.
Exactly.
Some applications that I have followed, one of the reasons is that they don't have an insurance longer than 1 year.
Gotcha.
And that could affect it.
Right.
And that directly affects the application with the amount of years that you get. But if you get, like, for example, 2 years, you can still get 1 year visa.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
and I know this. I know this firsthand because Isabel just actually got my visa for me, and I was unlucky. I got 1 year, but I can renew again next year, and there's a high chance that next year I could get 2 to 3 years. That's usually the pattern, right? So, yeah. So that's the way it works here. It's just kind of, I guess, in a sense, random, but generally people get more time than not. So my first really important question, how much do you need in order to come to the country, and not just live, but what are the requirements for the country in US dollars to come here?
Okay, So first of all, I have to explain that
Okay.
in Colombia, we actually have a system in which we charge in minimum wages.
Okay.
Everything is actually kind of like priced with the minimum wage.
Wages in mind. Yeah.
So we need to prove that you have that you receive at least 3 minimum wages per month.
Right.
So with that, you could do the application, but still, the pensionado visa, it's not just for retired people.
Okay.
It's also for people that receive an income that can prove every month that they receive that income due to a lease they have, the rent they receive because of the rent, because of any other kind of income that they receive, but that they can prove they receive it longer than that they receive it every month.
Right. So it could be a disability pension if someone is disabled
could also
or whatever.
be a disability.
So
as long as you receive it,
gotcha.
that's good.
Is there an age limit?
No.
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 So you could be 30, you could be...
You don't need to be a retired to apply for that.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Excellent. Okay.
That's very important. So so as I said before, in minimum wages, we calculate everything. So we are thinking of 3 minimum wages, which equals now to how much in dollars?
I would say it's probably $1,000 a minimum wage. No?
No.
No.
Yeah, it could be 1,000.
A minimum wage is around $350 US. Is that right?
Yep.
So yeah, times 3. So yeah, close to $1,000. Yeah. Okay.
1,000, a few more, but
yeah. Okay. And it changes every year depending on the
minimum wage.
Right. So next year it'll go up. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Second question here. We have a list of 10 questions I've come up with here. The second one is, what documentation do you need?
So there is a list. When to my clients, I always send a list of I call it LODT, which is a list of detailed documents.
Okay.
Because those documents have, like, each of them have requirements. But it's important that you first know that you need a letter that can prove that you received that income first.
Yep.
That letter has to be apostolized too.
Okay.
You need your bank statements, you need your passport, of course, you need photos, and you need FBI, or in case of it is another country, approve a record, like a criminal record.
Right.
In Canada,
Canada's RCMP.
RCMP.
And in the USA, it is FBI. Do you know what it is in Europe? Or I guess it depends
on the country.
Depends on the country.
It depends on the country.
Okay.
But you do need to prove them that you don't have any criminal records.
Right. Yeah. And that's for all retirement visas now, correct?
That's a requirement.
Yeah. So
that's a requirement for this kind of visa.
Exactly.
That could be also asked in other kind of visas that you applied.
Yeah.
But the only one that has this requirement, like on the first moment when you're doing the application, is the criminal record.
Yeah. So and just for example, I just got my business visa here for an investment I did in the country, and we took a little bit longer. So Isabel wisely advised me to go back to Canada for a bit. And she reapplied outside of the country through the Vancouver embassy. It was taking us up to 2 months here. And then at the very last minute, they asked for a criminal record search. So I did everything. It took, in total, it took 2 months I just got the papers this week, actually. But Isabel said, go out of the country and we'll reapply for the Vancouver embassy. I got approved in 5 hours.
5 hours, right.
Without a criminal record search. So that's how things work, okay? That's why you need a lawyer here like Isabel to help you through this process. So
yeah, that's important to know, because there are like some people that are like practicing this kind of law without any certification.
Right.
So here, every lawyer has their professional card.
Right.
So if something happens, you can actually make a complaint over the lawyer's professionalism.
Right. Exactly.
You cannot do that for any other professional.
Yeah.
And you cannot also guarantee that person that's maybe advising you is not a professional. So it's very important that you have like good lawyers, good advisors, people that are certified in that could have or at least a recommendation from someone else.
Right.
So it's important that you have that as a security for you to do your process here, because I have faced some clients that have come from other people that are facing, for example, deportation, fines because they got their visa expired and they were not told. So it's important that you know that.
Yeah, it's good to work with someone like Isabel, who has certification, who has a law degree. And I remember during the process, she scolded me for using ChatGPT. Even though I just got kind of, you should never go by ChatGPT. It'll give you some of the basics, but in the end, you need someone like Isabel.
Even though it is a tool, you don't get all the information that's properly done, that has properly that has to be submitted properly in ChatGPT.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, by the way, we're in a beautiful cafe here. So if you hear the coffee machine in the background, that's why. But it's all good.
Coffee. It's
great coffee.
It's growth in here, and it's awesome. It's just awesome.
And a great bakery here too. Okay, so number 3, how long does it usually take, this visa process?
So as you said before, could take 5 hours as the end.
Or 2 months.
Up to 2 months, but it's never been. For me, it's never taken 2 months. So migration gives you 1 month to do the submission of the documents.
Right.
And you can reapply if on the first application you don't accomplish the whole requirements.
Right.
But it could take up to 2 months to get everything done. So I always tell my clients to start like at least 2 months before, so that we can get all the documents, so that we can get all the information before it expires, or before your visitor visa expires, or whatever.
Yeah, and typically the way it works here in Colombia is in a fresh calendar year, you can come for 3 months. And then you can actually get an extension through someone like Isabel. Okay, she could submit the paperwork, and then you get another 3 months as a visitor. But my advice to you guys is to start it early if you have an intention. If you, let's say you come January 1st, get it going right away in those 3 months. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, but it can be done from another country also, right? Through the embassy.
Yeah, because exceeding the time in here, it will actually add like a record in migration. So I don't suggest you to overstay your visa.
No, you never overstay your visa.
Or to not have any status in the country. That's the most important thing, like to have a migration status in the country.
Exactly, a legal migration status, exactly, Well, this kind of answered the question, where do you apply? You can apply...
That's a lawyer's, so a lawyer will tell you, but you could, like with the lawyer, work and do all the applications, and of course if the lawyer, for example, knows your country, will help you to get your criminal records.
From Canada, US, wherever you're from, or in the country here.
You can apply inside the country or outside the country.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, how about once you get your visa, what about renewal? So let's say, like myself, next year, you're going to help me. After 1 year, you have to make sure that everything is in order, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a renewal.
Okay.
Like for people that have like that are applying for the second time, they will have like some requirements extra from a first time applier.
Right.
But I wouldn't call it renewal, because it's actually a reapplication.
A continuation.
Like you will have to fulfill all the things. It's still like you have to collect the same documents. You have to do the same process as a first appliant, but you do have to add some extra documents, because you have to prove them that you have stayed in the country legally under the status. And of course, as I said before, if you're going to apply it in the future to a residency visa, you cannot lose any time in between the applications.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say that your application expires on September 17, 2025. The other visa has to start exactly at the same time of that expiration, or before, could be also before, because sometimes it's before, but you cannot leave any gaps in between those dates, because those years will be lost if you're applying later for residency.
Okay, but generally when you go for your continuation, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, no, it's because you already know.
Yeah.
But it's the same process.
Okay.
Like,
and you keep your same cedula number, so that's
you
all the
keep
same.
once you're like qualified as a foreigner here with a visa, you keep your number.
Okay.
You keep your number.
Great. Okay. Next thing is tax implications. What are the tax implications when you come here?
So if you stay in the country for more than 180 days, you're a taxable.
Yep.
I know that actually that's not a word, but
no, that's right.
I like to call it taxable person because they can go after you, but that doesn't mean that you have to pay taxes. Like if you, for example, start moving a lot of money in your accounts, then the tax office here will go after you.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you actually have to pay taxes. It's just that you have to fulfill the forms and things and declare and do the declaration, but that doesn't mean that you actually have to pay.
Exactly, yeah. And I actually met with a tax accountant the other day, and it's good to talk directly to a tax accountant if you have a lot of money. And again, some countries are subject to double taxation. Some countries have a tax treaty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Colombia has agreements with some countries, and to avoid double taxation, you do need to have an account that helps you fulfilling all the taxes.
Okay.
Because you've already paid taxes in your home country or in other country, you can show that here and just not paying taxes here.
Okay. Excellent. And health insurance, very important.
Very important.
What do you need to do?
That's another document you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So health insurance. Health insurance could be from here in Colombia, could be from another country, could be international or global insurance. But as long as it covers you here with some requirements that it has to accomplish, you can get that, or even from the from your home insurance. If you have global coverage, you can just
could use that here.
Use that here.
Yeah. But most people, when they come here, I do believe that you have to get FAS. Is that correct, or is they stop that?
You cannot get it.
You can't. Okay. So
that is like telling the government that you are under a migrant visa that doesn't allow you to work here.
Okay.
But that you're actually, the EPS here is what we call in the state Social Security.
Yeah. Basically.
So you're basically telling them you are going to work and you're not allowed to work. So don't get into EPS. Don't let anyone, or because I had a client that someone told him, like, go get into the EPS. I will join you as my beneficiary. You just need to pay me this every month. Don't trust that.
Okay, gotcha.
People,
but they can get private
money
insurance
from that. Yeah, no, they can private insurance. Yes, EPS is our Social Security. Every time someone asks you, if do you want to join EPS? No, I don't, because I can't.
Okay.
I cannot work in the country. So with the pensionado visa, you cannot be working in the country. So you're basically telling the government, if you join to the EPS, I'm working. Okay. And that will screw your application.
Okay. But you can get private insurance like SURA, right?
SURA is also like SURA offers the EPS, but it also offers private insurances. Most Colombians here have both because EPS doesn't cover like the whole thing. Right. And the attention is even worse. Okay. But if you have a private insurance, the attention, the medical attention will be better. You will get better doctors, you will get better things. Right. So yeah, everyone that is in the country, don't avoid having like a good insurance that will cover you here. And SURA is our like best insurance company that we have here in the country. So yes, I do have SURA actually. Right.
And yeah, just so you guys know also too, with SURA, if you try and get insurance, you need to do it before you're 62 years of age.
You can still do it
You can still do it, but
But
it's,
they will charge you more.
yeah,
Like
it's a lot
the
more money.
older you get,
Yeah.
the more you'll be
Yeah,
charged.
and
So
that's normal. And yeah, just to reiterate, they have kind of like a two-tier healthcare system here. The Social Security FAS, all the people have to be under that here in theory, and then they have private insurance. So a lot of our clients get private insurance. So,
Mhm.
okay, can we bring family members?
No,
No,
no. With the pensionado visa,
no,
it's just for one person.
just one person.
Yes.
So they,
But
yeah,
if you're lately, like in the future,
Mhm.
applying for a residency, you can have beneficiaries,
okay.
but not with this specific.
So if your wife would have to apply separately as a retiree.
Separately,
Okay,
right.
gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
And then what are the practical challenges? What mistakes do people make when they're doing the retirement visa that complicates your work? What is the biggest mistake that people make?
The EPS is one.
Signing
That
up.
one
Okay.
that one screws
Okay.
everyone's processes.
Gotcha.
And you never know, like for example, this person, he didn't ask if he could join to that.
Right.
So if he would have told me, like we
Mhm.
would like avoid that.
Right.
But he was just like, I got into the EPS like a year ago,
hmm
and I didn't know that,
Okay.
and that screwed the whole process.
Right.
But still, like it's a very smooth process. Like
Okay.
your lawyer shouldn't be asking you for further documents.
hmm
It's actually super simple process. This morning actually one of my clients texted me like, I got my visa.
Awesome.
It's awesome. And I have it
Great.
actually. That
Okay.
he got it.
Yeah.
And he's super, he was his brother lives here,
Okay.
so he wanted to join to like
Right.
to his brother in
Okay.
living here, and he got it.
Amazing. Okay, so I think we're pretty much at the bottom of the list here. We are going to revisit Isabel in a few weeks, and we're going to talk about the investment visa. Two types of investment visa. One is in real estate,
Real estate.
buying a place, which would give you a visa, and the
And
other
a
is
company.
a company
As
or a
you.
business visa. That's me, exactly. So, anything else you want to add to this, Isabel?
Yes, actually, Colombia
Mhm.
has become like one of the main destinations this year for
Yeah,
retirement.
a lot of people coming.
We have bunch of what I love about my country is that we have a lot of like wellness habits that have been inside the culture for
Mhm.
our whole lives,
Yep.
but that people that now look into some other places that are actually looking for to get that or to get that into their common lives.
Right.
So if you're very welcome to come here in the country, this is a safe country.
Yep.
I've been abroad so many times. I've been told a lot of things about Colombia, and I always try to push people to at least try and know where you are,
hmm
like what the country is, and first, and then like judge from
Yeah,
your
yeah. You need to
perspective.
come here and experience the
Yes,
country. Yeah,
and
exactly.
for retired people is great. I have a client that actually told me once, like if I would die in the streets in my city,
hmm
they will leave me there. I know
Right.
people here will help me, will
Exactly.
do anything for me. So, and he moved from his country here
hmm
because as a retired
hmm
person, because he wanted to have this quality of life,
Right.
not just because of the food, because of quality of life, because of people,
Mhm.
the wellness that we have here, like the habits that people actually have, to take care of themselves, to go to doctors, to have their teeth done,
hmm
to have like a wellness life, like
Right.
a wealthy, like I will call it a wealthy way to live life,
Right.
without expending that much money, because of course Colombia with the peso
Yeah.
is cheap for some
It's
people.
very economical here, and
Hmm.
I can also state too that the healthcare system is
It's
really
great.
good.
It's
Is
great.
really good.
Yeah, there's so many people that come here
Yeah.
to get like surgery, to get their teeth done,
Yeah.
to get treatments.
Stem cell a lot now too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like procedures. I trust more the doctors here than in some other places I've been. So
absolutely.
yeah, they're like super good. And as I said before, always get referrals, always get certified people, always get good people to work with, and
yeah,
you'll be safe.
We have some really good recommendations here. Isabel knows a lot of people here, some good doctors. And I just want to end by saying, Isabel lives in Retiro. I live in Retiro. What does Retiro mean? What does the word Retiro mean?
Retirement.
Retirement, yeah. So we live in the retirement mecca of Colombia.
But it's not because of retirement. It was called that way because it was like far from Medellin.
Right.
But still close. It's 30 minutes from Medellin.
Yep.
It's a super safe town. It's like a village that has growth a lot.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Has had a lot of growth lately. But it's super safe. It's super nice. The weather is nice. It's super calm. So actually, our parents, like the generations that precede us, they are moving here. So it's funny because a lot of people that are now retired, they are coming to live here. Not just foreigners, it's everyone.
The city,
from the city. Most of our parents are moving to Oriente, which is this part of the area of the state of Antioquia. And they're moving here because of the quality of life, because it's safer, because it's calmer, super, super good.
Yeah, and then you have beautiful hotels and greenery like this. So so
it's cheaper too. Like in some senses, it's cheaper.
Yeah,
like this area is cheaper.
For sure, it's very economical in this area, but So Isabel, thank you so much. And if anyone has any questions, Isabel not only practices law and does as an expert in immigration, she's also an expert in property law. So we work really well together. She helps people here find properties. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or reach out to me at expatcrib.com. Isabel, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you. Have a good day.